Okay, now we are coming to the main topic where we would discuss how consonants are articulated. How basically consonants are articulated, the place of articulation, the manner of articulation, and then we will move forward in detail. The articulation of consonants involves the complete or partial constriction of airflow within the vocal tract. In previous lecture, when we were distinguishing between a consonant and a vowel, we talked about this, that a consonant, it involves complete or partial constriction of airflow within the vocal tract. Okay, so when vowels are produced, there is no constriction of air within the tract. But when consonants are produced, there is a little bit obstruction of air in our vocal tract. Vocal tract means we will be talking about what is the vocal tract and where does it start and end. But generally, it is the mouth and the throat where the sound is produced. And in all those organs that are involved in the vocal tract, okay, at some place there is a constriction of air. कहीं ना कहीं पे पूरे हमारे vocal tract में mouth से लेके हमारे lungs तक कहीं ना कहीं पे there will be slightest obstruction of air. हवा को थोड़ी सी रुकावट आएगी when we are pronouncing consonants. Okay, so these are called consonants. Now, at what place they are feeling that obstruction, how that obstruction takes place, that these things would distinguish one consonant from the other consonant. Okay, for example, p and b, these two are both are consonants, but they might either vary in place of articulation or in manner of articulation or in voicing. Okay, so at least one of these three things would be different for each consonant. Okay, no two consonants can have all the three same qualities. All right, so these are basically the distinguishing features of English consonants. Okay, so all the consonants, they can be different or distinguished from one another on the basis of these three things. All right, moving forward. First, we will discuss voice production, how sounds produced, so that we have a clear idea about the place of articulation. Okay, so the process begins with air pushed out from the lungs through the larynx and epiglottis vibrates the vocal cords, producing a continuous tone whose pitch can be changed by varying the shape of the larynx. Okay, so this is for example, let's see. This is our vocal tract. We have the lungs, okay, below, and then we have a glottal. Then here we have vocal cords. Then this is the mouth, okay, and these all are the organs of our mouth, okay. So we will discuss all of them in detail. So we see that first air is pushed from the lungs. Okay, lungs से हवा हमारी आती है, larynx and epiglottis से हमारे vocal cords को vibrate करती है. Okay, a continuous tone is generated or is produced. Okay, and that can be changed by varying the shape of the larynx. Okay, so it varies the shape of the larynx and the vocal cords are vibrated and sounds are produced. Okay, so this is the general mechanism through which we can produce the sound from our vocal cord tract. Okay, during the breathing, the vocal cords are held apart, but as speech commences, the cartilages of the larynx are drawn together by the action of muscles and a chink is created. Okay, so when we are breathing, our vocal cords, these are two flaps, okay, flapping organs. So these are held apart so that air can cross easily from our mouth to our lungs. Okay, but when speech commences, when we are speaking, okay, when we are producing any speech or voice, these cartilages of larynx are drawn together. Okay, so these vocal cords, these are drawn together, they come close, and then there's the action of muscles through which the different sounds are produced. Consonants are produced by modifying the tongue and lips. Okay, so different consonants are produced by modifying different parts of the mouth, and this is how consonants vary from one another. Different sounds are formed when air is emitted suddenly or when it is cut off firmly. So we see that there will be different sounds that we will be able to produce. So either the air is emitted suddenly, okay, without any destruction, it like where does it feel the disturbance, and then if it is cut out firmly. Okay, then we have, now we are talking about place of articulation. Okay, so this is our vocal tract, basically pharynx, oral cavity, nasal cavity, vulva, tongue, hard palate, soft palate, alveolar ridge, teeth, lips, and epiglottis. Okay, from this picture, these all are the places. Okay, I'll briefly talk about these because some of you might not be familiar with the terminology. Okay, then we would be discussing how sounds would vary. Okay, let's begin with dental. Okay, by dental we mean our teeth. Okay, so all the sounds that would be produced or there would be influence of the teeth, those would be under dental category. Okay, then we have bilabial. Bilabial means both the lips. Okay, so the lips, all the word sounds that are produced with the help of lips, or there is a flow disruption of air and through at the lips, those will be called bilabial. Okay, then we have labiodental, in which lips as well as teeth are involved. Okay, then we have alveolar. Alveolar ridge means, like here we have alveolar ridge is basically the teeth ridge. Okay, when there is a ridge, okay, beside our teeth, that is called alveolar ridge. All right, then we have post alveolar and then platal. So platal is basically this roof of our mouth. Okay, the whole roof of mouth is called our palate. So we have a soft palate. Okay, soft palate is here, and then we have the first roof that is called hard palate. Okay, then we have this velum or velar. Okay, that is soft palate is called velum. Okay, this is the end part, and then we have the hard palate after the alveolar ridge. So we see here we have teeth, then this point, okay, cider teeth, that is called alveolar ridge. Okay, so post alveolar means after alveolar ridge. We have palate. Okay, this is all palate. This is hard palate. We would see this is the soft, hard part of our mouth roof. Then we have this velum hanging here. Okay, it is called soft palate. Okay, so these would be the main parts of the mouth according to which we would vary or we would distinguish different consonants. Okay, you can touch your mouth inside and then you can observe different parts of your mouth. You would be familiar with teeth, lips, of course. Okay, then you need to know that there is the ridge behind your teeth, that is called alveolar ridge. Okay, then this is the roof of your mouth. Okay, roof means the top part of your mouth that covers it, that is the hard palate, and then this is soft palate. Okay, then we have a glottis, and then we have vocal cords here. Okay, so different consonants are produced by obstruction of air at all these different places. All right, okay, so these are all basically speech organs, and wherever the obstruction of airflow takes place in the vocal tract, we will see that this is the feature of that particular consonant. Let's see. This is, for example, the table of our consonants. So these sounds here, these are bilabial sounds. Okay, these two sounds here are labiodental sounds, and these are dental sounds. Okay, alveolar sounds. This is post alveolar sound. So we all talked about all these parts of the mouth. Bilabial means while producing these consonants, there is the involvement of lips. Okay, well, for production of these sounds, there is involvement of labiodental. That means lips as well as teeth. Here dental, only teeth are involved. Okay. Here alveolar, ridge, post alveolar, plateau alveolar, that means palate as well as alveolar. Okay, that would be like hard palate and alveolar ridge. Then we have palatal and velar. Only palate is involved, only velum is involved. Then glottal means this sound is coming from our throat, from our glottis. Okay, so let's see. For example, these are first two sounds in bilabial. We're producing these two sounds. Can you try and pronounce this p sound without involvement of your lips, without closing your lips? Okay, pa. When you're producing pa, you would see your lips are being closed. Okay, the similar is the case with b. Okay, you cannot try to pronounce these sounds without involvement of your lips. Okay, pa, ba. Okay, pronounce it with me. When you're pronouncing, you would see when you're saying pa, your lips are being closed. Okay, again, ba, ma, wa. Okay, so in all these sounds, your lips are being involved. That's why these sounds are called bilabial. So it's clear from this. This is a very obvious example, okay, because we can feel our lips and how they are being closed. Okay, if they are being closed, that means जो हवा हमारी आ रही है लंग से, हम लोग lips को बंद करके उसको obstruct कर रहे हैं, यानी उसके रास्ते में रुकावट पैदा कर रहे हैं. So that would mean that lips are causing the air flow obstruction. So these sounds are called bilabial. Okay, these four sounds are the sounds which require the involvement of your lips. Okay, but the air is coming all the way from lungs till lips. Then at lips we provided some kind of obstruction, and then we let the air flow. So after that obstruction, these four sounds are produced. Okay, pa, ba, ma, wa. You might be confused कि if ये अगर ये चारों जो हैं bilabial हैं तो ये अलग-अलग lines में क्यों लिखे हुए हैं? We would discuss that when we would talk about the manner of articulation. Okay, अब ये चारों sounds हैं, these all involve the involvement of lips, but these all are again produced differently. We will discuss them in detail, okay, after we are done with the parts of articulation. All right, so these will vary accordingly. This is pa, ba, ma, wa. Okay, so these all sounds require the involvement of your lips. This is why these are all called bilabial sounds. You have to remember all these words because these would help us onwards distinguishing each consonant from the other. So whenever I'm asking you, write me or tell me the bilabial sounds, you would tell me these four. If I ask you what is pa, according to the place of articulation, you would say it is a bilabial sound. Similar would all four of these. Okay. Then we have these two sounds, fa and wa. We would see that for production of these two sounds, our teeth as well as our lips both are involved. Okay, our teeth and lips both are obstructing the flow of air. Lips and teeth दोनों जो हैं हमारे एयर फ्लो के रास्ते में रुकावट पैदा कर रहे हैं when we are producing f and v. So our lower lip is kind of touching our teeth, f, v. Okay, so both are producing the obstruction for air. So these two sounds are labiodental. Okay, then we have dental. These are four sounds: t, t, d, t, d. Can you pronounce these two sounds without involvement of your teeth? You can give it a try. Okay, when you're pronouncing t, t, you are kind of moving and closing your teeth. Okay, similar for d. All right, then we talked about these two sounds, th and z. So for this production of these two sounds, we are putting our tongue between our teeth. हम लोग अपनी जबान जो है अपने teeth के बीच में रख रहे हैं. Then we are pronouncing th and z. All right, so we are again using the obstruction of airflow. We are not using tongue as a separate organ for distinguishing the consonant because there is involvement of tongue in production of all these sounds. Okay, so tongue is kind of generalized for all of these sounds. So here we see that we are using tongue to obstruct the flow of air by putting tongue in between our teeth. Okay, then we would pronounce t, da, th, the. These four sounds are dental. All right. Then we have s, z, n, L. Okay, S, Z, N, L. Okay, you would see whenever we are pronouncing all these four sounds or any of these sounds, the middle part of our tongue or some part of our tongue you would see is touching the alveolar ridge. Alveolar ridge means behind the teeth, the top part of the teeth, behind the teeth. Okay, as in this previous picture, this is your teeth, this part is our alveolar ridge here. Okay, so when we are pronouncing these sounds, s, z, n, l, we will see that some part of our tongue is touching our alveolar ridge. So our alveolar ridge is playing a part in obstruction of airflow. That's why these sounds are called alveolar. Alright. Then post-alveolar region. Now post-alveolar region means not the ridge exactly, but the little bit later. After that. Okay, this is called post-alveolar. मतलब alveolar ridge के बाद वाला part. Okay. So r, when we're pronouncing r, so our tongue is not exactly touching the alveolar ridge, but it is touching the post-alveolar part. R. Okay. So when you distinguish all these consonants, you can pronounce them. Okay, and when you pronounce them, you observe your own mouth. Then you will have the idea how these different sounds are produced. Okay. Then we have palato-alveolar. Palato-alveolar means our palate. Okay, palate means the roof of the mouth, like this whole area. This is the roof of our mouth. Alveolar means alveolar ridge or the post-alveolar part. When we are producing j, j, okay, sh, y, okay. So these are four sounds that we would use, and they would be under palato-alveolar. When we producing all these sounds, okay, there would be palato-alveolar because our palate as well as our alveolar ridge are involved. Ch, okay, try to say ch, try to say j, try to say sh, okay, try to say yeah, television, okay, so ch, j, sh, yeah. In all these cases, we are producing through palato-alveolar. Okay, so these are the sounds which are palato-alveolar. Then we have yeah, which is purely palatal. Okay, this is the yeah sound, as in yes. Okay, as in your. Okay, so in that case, that is purely palatal. Then we have velar. Velar means the soft palate part. Okay, that is hanging at the end of our mouth. Okay, so when we're producing these three sounds, we are producing them from our velar. ओके सिंधी में हम लोग उसको कहते हैं कागड़ो. So basically वहां से हमारी जो आवाज है वो आ रही है. So this is called ka, ga. Okay, try to pronounce these words. You would see there is this movement there at Velam. Okay, and no other part of the front or mouth is used. Ka, ga, nga. Okay, so the soft palate part at the end of the mouth that is being used while production of these three sounds. Ka, ga, nga. All right, then we have this last sound, h. Okay, when we're producing h, so it's like air is obstructed at the beginning of the glottis. मतलब glottis से ही हवा को रुकावट आ रही है. Then we are producing h sound. All right, so I hope it is making some sense and it is making it clear that how different consonants are produced at different parts of the mouth. Okay. You can practice these sounds and try to observe कि अगर आपके माउथ में किसी और जगह से कोई साउंड यूज हो रहा है तो there would be fault in your mouth somewhere. ठीक है, just kidding. So you have to be conscious, you have to be clear which part of the mouth is involved in production of which sound. All right, that's it for the parts of or the place of articulation. Then we have to discuss manner of articulation. Okay, we will be moving forward to that in the next lecture. This is enough for this lecture. I hope you understand and keep in mind the places of articulation for different consonants. Now you have to remember this chart. Okay, आपको हर consonant sound की जो symbol है, जो phonemic symbol है, वो आपको याद होनी चाहिए. Okay, you need to remember all these 24 symbols for all these consonants. These are pretty simple. Most of them are same as in spelling. ठीक है, तो उनको याद करने को आपको खास जरूरत नहीं है, आपको already पता है. There are few new symbols that we have to remember. Ch, j, th, the, sh, y, okay, nga, all these things only. Then you have to keep in mind this chart as well. Okay, which one of the sound is produced at what place in our mouth. Okay,